Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Joseph Cervantes with Success Made Simple. I'm coming to you from my vehicle as I drive into work this morning. And I know it may sound unsafe, but my steering column actually houses my phone very safely. And it gives me a great platform for it. And I do have my hands free, so I'm not holding onto my phone while I drive. But I'm very enthusiastic about this topic, so that's why I wanted to bring this video to you today, because there's something that I'm offering to each and every one of you who opts into my website as soon as you watch this video, okay? So what it is a few years back, I was going through a process of evaluating what it was that I wanted to do in my life. And between my normal job where I was earning my salary that was keeping our family afloat and it was paying for everything that I wanted in the world, I also had this calling to find something bigger for myself. Now, I'm very right-brained, so I'm very into creativity. I'm very good with computers. I'm very good with coming up with different topics and ideas and stuff. And I think it has to do with the Aquarian in me. But I love creating, and I love bringing value to the world. And so there was a time where my job was so impactful in my life that it took up a lot of my time, and it blocked my ability to come up with new ideas. And one of the most creative jobs that I had ever, one of the most creative careers that I had ever created for myself was being a photographer. And so being a photographer, you know, everybody's looking for the right image, and they're looking for it to be, you know, formatted properly, and you've got to have the right lighting, and while all of that is very left brain, because you have to figure out all of that logistically and how that's all going to set up, you have to be very right brain when it comes up to setting up the dynamic image that it is that you're trying to capture for somebody, because those seconds in time are very unique to that individual. So you want to capture the best image possible for them, right? So I would get these, what we call writer's block. I would get creativity blocks. And often, like the traffic that you deal with when you're on your commute in the way to work, it congests your brain, and it doesn't allow the creative flow to happen. And so I had to find my way out of that. And the way that I did that was finding meditation. Now, I know a lot of you probably think to yourself, oh my God, meditation. You know, I've tried that before, but every time I lay down and try to meditate, you know, I can't stop the thoughts from flowing, and I can't, I can never quiet down the chatter in my brain. And I went through the same exact thing, where I would lay there and I would do the chants, the ohms, and I would, you know, I'd have the fingers connected, and I'd try to channel this, you know, this subconscious awareness through me, but nothing would work until I found brainwave entrainment, and that's what I'm bringing to you today. So in order for me to talk a little bit more about brainwave entrainment, I have to tell you a little bit about how the brain works. Now, I investigated this and I researched this for years and years and years. So allow me to take those years of research and condense them down into the length of this video. You have 4 brainwave states that you go through during the day. There's alpha, beta, theta, and delta. Now, the alpha state is when you're awake, barely waking up, you're kind of groggy. It's also when you're in your creative state and you're going through the flow. You're not really focused on everything that's going on around you. You're just very focused on a specific task. That's a very awesome state to be in, but again, it's not a state where you're in very long. It's actually the state between your theta and your beta. Then you get into your beta state. Your beta state is where you're at right now watching this video. It's where you're at during the normal course of your day at work, where you're dealing with issues, or where you're watching this video. It's your conscious awareness state. It's where your brain is absorbing all of these different thoughts during the day and processing it through your subconscious. Now, keep in mind something. Our brains are supercomputers, okay? We take in 6 kilobits of information every single second. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that, the size of that hard drive? Well, you can actually. Look at your cranium, and that's the size of your hard drive. Now, our brain can't retain or store all of this information. So what we do is we take snippets of this information, and later on when we go into our theta state, our brain will actually go through and it'll file this information away in our brain's filing cabinet. Well, the awesome thing about this, and the unfortunate thing about this, is kind of good and bad. The theta state in our subconscious mind, it's where we're most impressionable. So let's say you want to go to stop smoking. So you go see a hypnotherapist. And what she does is she'll put you into a theta state by using the pendulum, right? What the pendulum does is it actually puts you into a theta state because it entrains your brain. It helps your brain to get the brain waves into a certain frequency. And as you go into the meditative state, she will offer you suggestive messages that trains your brain when your subconscious is at the most vulnerable state to accept what it is that she's impressing on you. So we learn to associate things, okay? And I talked to you a little bit about associations in one of my last videos. Associations basically is where we'll associate that cigarette to a great feeling, or we'll associate foods to a feeling of getting us over through a depressive state or what have you, okay? And associations can be good, but associations could also be bad. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to impact that part of our brain that links these associations to negative mindsets. And it's where procrastination lies. It's where the limiting thoughts lie. It's where all of these negative suggestive thoughts that we've absorbed during our lifetime get stored. And in order for us to overcome that and to create positive impressions on our life and to actually if you want to lose weight, to reinforce to yourself every day, you have to continuously reinforce to yourself by positively affirming to yourself that you are on the right road, that you're doing what's necessary for you to accomplish success. Well, this is actually going to help you to put that into a time warp, and it's going to put you into a high-speed acceleration of actually creating success in your life. These things are amazing, okay? So the theta state, getting back to the brain waves, the theta state is the most impressionable state. It is the state where your conscious reality has evaporated from you. It is the state where your subconscious reality can now be impressed with new thoughts and new affirmations that will lead to success. And then there's the delta state. And the delta state is an amazing state. It's actually where we're in REM sleep. You don't think anything, you don't process anything, you are done. You're out. You're not processing, you're not doing anything. And it's the point of least activity in your brain. So my mission is to impact this theta state. And what my meditation does is it actually will send in impulses of sound into both of your eardrums. That's why it's important to wear headphones. And what that does is that actually, like the pendulum, when you go in to see the hypnotherapist, it sets your brain waves to a certain frequency. Once I set you into the theta state, your thoughts stop. So you don't have to worry about the previous attempts at meditation where you couldn't stop the chatter in your brain. They will stop, okay? Once you're in this theta state, what I do is I start impressing you with positive affirmations for success. Now that's the start of this journey. There are other meditations that I'm creating actively right now as you watch this video, and they are of the different topics in life that we all struggle with. So it could be overcoming weight loss, it could be stopping smoking, it could be being a better parent, it could just be regarding success in your current organization or in your current position that you hold at your job, or it could be that you have limiting thoughts. Whatever it is that's negatively impacting your life that you want to improve upon, these meditations are going to help. And what it does is, over the course of time, in order to they often say it takes 21 days to create a good habit. Well, why is that? It's because you're reaffirming to yourself what it is that you want to impress upon yourself. And so you circle yourself with a certain type of people that are going to help you to succeed. And you also reaffirm to yourself by the messages that you're putting out there to the world. So if you tell yourself, I can't, you're not going to be able to. But if you tell yourself, I can, you will, and you will succeed. And these affirmations tell you that you can. Now, you can't hear them, okay? I've put them into a frequency where your subconscious hears them, but consciously you can't. They're so low and they're hidden behind the theta entrainment sound waves that you can't hear them. Now, you may be able to if you listen to it while you're awake, but that's not really accomplishing anything. So if you listen to these meditations over the course of 3 to 6 weeks, you will start to see that what it is that you're trying to accomplish actually comes to fruition. So if you're looking to accomplish success in any regard, you set the thought in your mind of what it is that you're trying to succeed at, and then you put the headphones on and you listen to this meditation. I suggest, and I put the disclaimer in the email that you're going to receive when you opt in on my website. There's a disclaimer that says that you cannot do these while you're driving, okay? Because putting you into a theta state, it's not a good thing while you're driving. You can actually go into a meditative state if once you get very good at this. So I prefer that you do this while you're laying down, when you're not going to get interrupted by the typical things that interrupt you. Turn your phones off, turn off any distractions, lay your head back, and put on a set of headphones and just go through this journey with me. Now, some people, like myself, I actually listen to these while I sleep. So that's the awesome thing about it, is it doesn't take time during your day when you listen to these things while you sleep. And the reason why that is because we go in and out of theta and delta state when we're asleep. So I want to catch you when you're in your theta state. And the reason being is because that, again, is when we're most impressionable. So I recorded these positive affirmations over and over and over again, so they repeat continuously as you're listening to this. It's a 30-minute long meditation. So if you put your phone on repeat, or whatever MP3 player you're listening to the meditation on repeat, you're going to reaffirm to yourself all night long, if you can keep the headphones in that long, these affirmations of success, or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. So I'll give you this. Go to my website, www.success-made-simple.org. Put in your name and your email address, and you'll get an email to download the meditation for free. Now, I'm offering this to you guys for free because I think it's important to share with the world. With that, I'll leave you. I should be getting to work here pretty soon, but be great today. Make a difference in somebody's life. Serve others, and we'll talk soon. I look forward to hearing back from you that you've started your journey with me on these meditations. We'll talk soon. Take care. Bye.